for your family, we've spoken about your parents and about yourself, but for your siblings, it's it's a very different story for each one of those because everybody's got their own story. And shortly after you were shot and blinded, your sister married a
A
British
British soldier,
soldier.
that's right.
I mean, that in itself must have been seismic as well. I mean, that wasn't, I'm presuming it wasn't a normal thing to happen in any case. And then particularly when your circumstances and your uncle's circumstances come into play, that must have been a, even for your parents again, in terms of the journey of forgiveness and the journey of acceptance, that must have been a big thing for them too.
Aye, my mammy went to the wedding, my brothers went to the wedding, and supported my sister, and you know what? It just almost in a nutshell covers everything in the sense that my mammy and them didn't allow my being shot and blinded by a British soldier to infiltrate every part of their life, and in a negative way. My sister, obviously, for a young nationalist girl, to go out with a British soldier was difficult enough. But she loved the person that she was going out with, and my mommy and daddy just respected that.
And then in 1996, your journey took another shift when Children in Crossfire was set up. What was the driver behind that?
I was self-employed. I was a publican. I had my own business, but I had lots of free time, and I used to organise itineraries for people who wanted to come to Northern Ireland to meet victims of Troubles, to meet politicians and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of those people that came were people, say, who worked in developing countries as well. So while they were listening to our stories here, I was listening to their stories. And I think because of my own experience as a child, I just had an affiliation or an affinity with children in other parts of the world. When I heard about children suffering from hunger or poverty or whatever, I really felt I wanted to do something. And then I done this walk in Mississippi back in 1992 to fundraise for a famine in Somalia. And for 2 weeks I walked in Mississippi with a group of people. And one of them was a priest called Father Pat Clark. He worked at that time in the Amazon with Brazilian Indians, and he actually brought 5 Brazilian Indians with him on the walk. And it was during that, and listening to his work and his story, and there was another nun there who worked in the slums of Sao Paulo and stuff. And I just began to think, that's what I want to do there. I want to use my experience to help children that can't speak for themselves. I want to give back some of what I got in life because I've been given so much, and I just want to give some of it back. So I felt this burning desire to want to do something, and so I came back and I sold the business, and I set up Children in Crossfire in '96.
It's been a hugely successful endeavour 21 years later.
Yeah.
And still going strong.
Over the 20 years or 20 odd years, we've impacted positively on the lives of millions of children. Providing wood, providing water, providing access to education. But it's not because of me. It's not even because of Children in Crossfire. But it's because of all the people that I talked to you about throughout this interview, or this conversation. Because of those people in my life that gave me so much. I need help every day in my life. Should it be getting off a bus? Should it be getting a lift up here? Whatever. And I experience people in a way that you'll not experience people, because your needs aren't the same as mine. And I just see the kindness and generosity of people, because when they're with me, it has to come out. They have to help me. And it's because of that kindness and generosity throughout my whole life, albeit in the early days it was in a big way. Like you take, for example, in school, when I was 13, 14, 15, in a classroom, when the whole razzmatazz around my blindness had well died down, it was just normal. When I got up to move class, there was always an elbow there to say, Richard, we take you around to such and such. When you were on the break time, there was always somebody there to say, Mom, we'll take you down to such and such. You know, the teachers were there to make sure it was at no disadvantage. That's the people that deserve the credit for Chandler and Crossfire. That's the people that deserve the credit for the millions of children that we have impacted on. It's because of them, because of their example, because of their witness, because of their genuine, caring approach, that I only ever wanted to give back some of what I got. He wants to get you as much money as possible because you're going to need it. And I told me, Daddy, the figure is there. If you don't get any more, I'll take it anyway. I don't want it to go any further.